Welcome to the Kansas Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. I have a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your cameras and microphones are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can just sit back and concentrate on the great information that's going to be presented in this session over the next 45 minutes or so. This is just one of many different sessions happening. Be sure to sign up for additional ones where you registered for this session. This presentation is being recorded. It'll be available to you within about a week, again, at the same website where you registered. A quick reminder about the Q&A. If your question is for a specific school, make sure to name that school in your question so that they know that you're directing it at them. We are in session B3. You can see that in the middle part of the screen where I'm using the fake laser pointer to highlight it. So those are the 5 schools presenting during this session. Again, use the Q&A button to ask any questions. And now that I've gotten all the housekeeping stuff out of the way, I will step out of the way and turn it over to our first school to present tonight, which is Nebraska Wesleyan.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me just go ahead and get my screen shared here. Okay, so my name is Matthew Miller. I'm an Assistant Director of Admissions here at Nebraska Wesleyan, and I lead the out-of-state recruitment for first-year students. So to start off, a little bit about us. We are a 1,700 undergrad institution. We have about 134 different majors, minors, and pre-professional programs. Over 90 different student organizations, clubs, honoraries, things like that. We do have Greek life, intramural sports, all of those things. And the U.S. News and World Report ranked us in the top 10% for best regional Midwestern universities. In addition to being a small school, we are in a unique environment. We're in Lincoln, Nebraska, which is Nebraska's capital city. It is a top-ranked Midwest college city with roughly 50,000 college students. So not only do you get the benefits of being at a small school, you also get the resources that large state school university students get as well. We actually share the city with the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and Southeastern Community College. So Lincoln's considered to be in the Silicon Prairie. There's a lot of tech companies here, a lot of very young entrepreneurial people, so it's a great place for internships and things like that. But it's also a great place to live. Gallup has ranked Lincoln as America's happiest city in the past. So obviously when you go to a smaller school, personal attention is always key. Our students-faculty ratio is 11:1. Those smaller class sizes mean more meaningful relationships. Our average class size is around 16 students. Every single class at Nebraska Wesleyan is taught by a professor. You're never gonna have a grad assistant or anything like that. And our classroom experience, we wanna make sure it's about you. We understand that students have different passions and interests, and we wanna make sure that you're fulfilling your interests when you're a student at Nebraska Wesleyan. So recently, we've had some changes on campus. We've added a direct entry program for nursing and athletic training, a 5-year Master's of Business Administration, a German sister school, which is one of 5 across the world that we have, and we also added a computer science major. We've also been very lucky to raise a pretty good amount of money over the last several years, nearly $70 million, which we have used to invest back into our campus to upgrade our academic facilities. As you can see here, our brand new Ackley Hall of Science, investing in stronger faculty, giving coaches more resources, growing scholarships, upgrading our athletic facilities. We are an NCAA Division III institution, and keeping our campus beautiful for our students. When you look at outcomes, we've had a lot of very good success recently. 99% of the 2019 graduating class have already reporting having jobs or acceptance into graduate school. Employers frequently call us asking for our students. They understand that they're critical thinkers, constant learners, and curious souls. Our Archway curriculum prepares students for a variety of different career paths, so you're not limited to the amount of jobs that you can pursue after college. And we are the #9 producer of NCAA Academic All-Americans in the country. That is all 3 divisions. That's over 1,100 schools, and we're in the top 10. So affordability obviously is very important too. Our Director of Financial Aid reviews and processes every single financial aid form by hand. We want to give larger scholarships to a broader range of students because we think that every student deserves the chance to have an affordable education. And 100% of our admitted students are awarded financial aid from Nebraska Wesleyan. So to look at some scholarship stuff here, we do have 2 options with a lot of students not being able to take an ACT or SAT this year. So you do have a choice to go GPA only, which we call test optional, or a combination of GPA and your test score. As you can see at the bottom, though, every admitted student starts at least $15,000 a year with our Nebraska Strong Grant, and then there's other scholarships and grants on top of that that you can pursue, including visiting campus where you get $1,000 per year. So what are our next steps? Apply free. We actually have a deadline today, so if you apply by midnight tonight, you can still apply early action, which means you can complete our Lead the Way scholarship essay, which will get you another $1,000 per year scholarship. So please hop on and apply tonight if you can. You can also attend a virtual scholarship event in the near future. We have 2 more left this year, one for natural and health sciences, so anybody considering a field like pre-med, pre-engineering, computer science, any of those fields, etc. That's in November. We have one for all majors, which is the catch-all event on February 8th, and those are in Zoom webinar format, just like we are today. You can also schedule, and what I should say on those too is you get $1,000 per year scholarship for doing one of those events. So that's a really great incentive there. You can also schedule a virtual or in-person visit. We are doing both of those. Those are very fulfilling visits. You get to meet with a professor, do a campus tour, meet with a coach potentially, and an admissions representative. You can always call or text me with questions. That's my Nebraska Wesleyan cell phone number there. I'd be more than happy to chat with all of you about our great institution. So thank you very much for jumping on the college fair tonight, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, and I will remind everyone attending this evening to use the Q&A button to ask questions, whether it's a general question for all 5 of the institutions presenting, a specific question for a specific school. Just make sure to name the school in your question so they know it's for them. Up next, let's hear from the representative from Peru State.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Austin Wegener and I am the representative from Peru State. I am an admissions coordinator and I work with all out-of-state students. That means everyone that's not a Nebraska resident, including international students. So I'll go ahead and get started. About us, a little bit about us here. This is kind of a general overview here. We have about 900 students here on our campus. When most folks see this page, they say they see here no classes on Fridays. It's kind of a fun tradition that we have. So if you can make it to today and we're taping on a Thursday, you would have tomorrow off for your classes. We have 3 different academic schools: the School of Arts and Sciences, the School of Professional Studies, and the School of Education. And you can see our average class size is about a 19. It fluctuates around that area. And where are we located? We're located directly north of Kansas City. It's about a 2-hour drive north on I-29. We're in that southeast quarter of the state of Nebraska. We're about an hour south of the Lincoln and Omaha metro areas. All right, so we do have on-campus options available for our students here. We have the beautiful Dalzell Hall and Morgan Hall for our students. We have an active on-campus residence life. We do have a 2-year housing requirement for students that live outside the 50-mile radius of our campus, but our facilities have been renovated recently. We have 45 different clubs and organizations that students can belong to. And one of our favorite ones here is our Campus Activities Board. It's the organization that puts on all these different events for our students, whether it be free movie night, free bowling night. Every other year, we usually have a concert on our campus. This year, we're not doing that, but hopefully we can pick up that tradition next year. A little bit about our costs and scholarships. We're a very affordable 4-year college, and our total cost, including tuition, required fees, housing, and meal plan is around $17,000. So for a 4-year college, we're very reasonably priced. And even though we are a smaller institution with about 1,000 students, we feel like a private institution, but we don't carry that price tag that a lot of different private institutions carry with them. We are a one-rate any state institution, which means if you are a resident from Kansas, Texas, or you're an international student, you're not going to pay more because you are coming from out of state, so you don't have to worry about that. Also, our scholarships are solely based off of your success in high school, meaning our Invest in Success Awards up here are chancellors, presidents, deans, and TJ majors scholarships. They're based solely off of your high school GPA. They do not carry an ACT score requirement with them. So if you are a senior and you get your application in and you send us your high school transcript, you will get whatever you qualify for. For example, the TJ majors is a 2.7, and you can see there with a higher GPA you have, the more money you can qualify for as a student here. We do offer athletic scholarships and music scholarships as well. Now we are, you can see there the map just north of Kansas City there, the 2 hours, but I would like you guys to focus there on page 11. Right now we do offer in-person and virtual campus visits. Our in-person visits run Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock every day. And if you would like to see us virtually, if you're not able to physically be here during this time, that's okay. We have our visits that run Monday through Friday at 3 o'clock, and we'd be happy to join a Zoom call with you folks as well. Now, for our students that decide to visit physically here on our campus, we have what is known as the Bobcat Selfie. We think actually visiting our beautiful campus is a very important part of the process. So we will offer $100 tuition scholarships to those students that decide to visit our campus in person. And we're Nebraska's oldest and first college. And so when the leaves change with all these red brick buildings around in this area, it's very beautiful. So October and early November are great times to be visiting our campus. All right, get started. You may be asking yourself, well, okay, what are your admission requirements? Well, Peru State College is an open enrollment institution. That means we do not have a minimum high school GPA or a minimum ACT score requirement to be admitted. And last year, we had three main requirements. The first one was to get your application in, and we will always have a free application. The second requirement would be to have your school counselor send us a high school transcript, whether that be in an email form or sent in the mail. And the last requirement, of course, was to get your ACT or SAT scores officially sent to us. However, for the first time ever, we are now truly test optional, not only with the majority of our scholarships, but also with our admission policy. So to be admitted, we just need that high school transcript and that application. Thank you for listening to me this evening. If you have any questions, please let me know by sending them in the chat option, or you can always contact me. My name is Austin, and you can find me easily by logging onto our website. So thank you, folks.
Thank you, Austin. And I will reiterate that if you have a question, not just for Austin, but for any of our representatives tonight, just make sure to use the Q&A button, ask the question there, and if it is for a specific rep from one school, please name the school in your question. Up next, let's hear from the representative from Southeast Community College.
Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you taking a moment to learn about colleges. Southeast Community College has three main locations. My name is Jamie, and I've been working for this institution for about 6 years now. Lincoln, Nebraska, Beatrice, and Milford. Beatrice is about an hour south of Lincoln, Nebraska, and Milford is about 30 minutes west of Lincoln, Nebraska. And the difference between each college, we are one college with three locations, is the types of degrees that we offer at each location, and I'm going to dive into that right away. Our Lincoln, Nebraska campus actually just built a brand new health sciences building. In fact, it's opening up 4 tours this January. 83,000 square feet, 16 different health professions that on average are starting out wages are about $20 an hour. And we have a brand new culinary arts facility at that location. We also have really hands-on learning, such as robotics and automation. And we also have welding programs and design drafting technology in case you want to be a designer of an architectural building. At the Milford campus, this is really a transportation-focused school. So diesel technology, any type of automotive vehicle, and of course, motorcycle, ATV, and personal watercraft. And then of course, our beautiful Beatrice campus. It's home to our athletics, and we also have a 900-acre farm at this location. So to give you an idea about what life is like on campus at these different locations, I have to tell you about our new dining facility, both at Milford and our Beatrice campuses. And when I say dining facility, when you are on campus and living on campus, automatically you have a meal plan. It's all you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we also have options for additional meals so you can actually eat over the weekend. Our brand new classroom facility or building, this is actually ready for tours this November. So if you want to get on campus and really check this out, it's one of the greenest buildings in the state of Nebraska. And with the newest technology, it's really second to none. And really, at our community college, you're getting a 4-year traditional college experience at the community college price at $111 a credit hour right now. And living on campus is actually pretty important. Statistically, students that live on campus graduate closer to on time and usually have a higher GPA. So statistics are in your favor if you surround yourself with like-minded people. Oh, one more thing about resident housing. You can choose your own roommates. So these are actually apartment suites. So we furnish everything from the couches, the refrigerator. You literally can bring a TV, your clothes and bedding, and you're ready to start living on campus. But if you don't want a roommate, if you want to be able to kind of retreat into your room, you can actually have your own room, but it's connected to an apartment suite. So you share the apartment, but you also have your own room. It's much more mature and extremely affordable at less than $4,000 per semester to live on campus. And remember, that includes a meal plan as well. We offer transfer programs. And in the Midwest, everyone is pretty much governed by the Higher Learning Commission. So our credits are transferable really easily, no matter what you want to do. So if you want to get started here, go to Peru, go to Wesleyan, go to those other schools, you can save on average about $10,000 a year just by starting at a community college. Going into different programs, we have ways to transfer to 4-year schools, but we also have degrees that are 2 years or less, and you're ready to start working right away. I'm not going to read all of these to you, but I want to show you some highlights. Maybe some degrees that people aren't aware of, like long-term care administrators. So a supervisor of a retirement facility. These people are starting out at $50,000 a year, and it's just a kind of one of those hidden careers that you don't hear about. Computer information technology, starting out at $23 an hour as maybe one of your first careers. If you're a high school student that graduates at 18, you're 20 years old when you graduate our program, making $23 an hour is actually incredible. And your employer is going to pay for your additional education after that. And that's pretty much across the board with IT and health professions and education. A few other things that I want to point out is design drafting technology. If you wanted to be an architect, but you don't want to spend the next 6 to 8 years in college, in 2 years you can work for an architect or a different firm and you can design blueprints with design drafting technology. And some students also go through building construction so they can actually build what they just designed. We have all the public service fields like criminal justice, law enforcement, early childhood education, and human services. But some of the things that people aren't aware of is you can become a nurse, a registered nurse with an associate's degree and be making over $50,000 a year. And this is a 2-year program. So what I'm trying to say is we have all of the benefits, but the cost effectiveness is actually pretty incredible at Southeast Community College. There's also programs that people have never even heard of, such as polysomnographic technology. That's a sleep technician making over $23 an hour. So maybe you want to go into the health field, but maybe you're not the most social person in the world. There is a degree and program for everyone at Southeast Community College. We're also one of the premier paramedic schools at Southeast Community College. And remember, if we have juniors and seniors in this room, you would actually be joining your program in our brand new health professions building from day one. So we're really excited about that. A few years ago during World War II, we were actually teaching at the Milford campus shoe repair and watchmaking. Now we're actually teaching robotics, automation, electronic mechanical technology, all starting out with really good wages. Energy generation operations, a hidden field, no one knows about it. Every time you turn on a light, you're pulling energy from a power plant through the network. So you've probably seen The Simpsons before. Well, Homer works at a nuclear power plant. We're the only college in the nation that teaches green energy operation as well as fossil fuel operation as well. So we have people from across the nation going through these programs. So what can you do next? You can actually, at SEC, visit a campus tour, individualized, come on campus. You can apply, and then of course, one-on-one, we can make sure that if you're interested in a program, you're gonna meet an educator in that area. So with that, I thank you all. My name's Jamie, and my email is jkeller@southeast.edu, and I really look forward to any questions down below. Thank you so much.
Jamie, thank you very much. And Jamie mentioned the Q&A for questions, and that's where you should put them, whether it's for one school or for all of them. Use the Q&A button to ask those questions. Next up, we'll hear from Creighton University. Amanda, you are still muted.
Sorry about that. Good evening, everybody. My name is Amanda Kranz, and I'm an Associate Director of Admission at Creighton University, which is located in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm actually a regionally based counselor, so I'm coming to you from my home office in Kansas City, and I work with all students from Kansas. So if you apply to Creighton, I'm the one who would read your application. Creighton is a Jesuit university, and the Jesuits are the largest order of Catholic priests. You certainly do not have to be Catholic to attend Creighton or any one of the 27 Jesuit universities in the country, though. The Jesuits were founded in 1540 by St. Ignatius of Loyola, and as a Jesuit university, Creighton is forming leaders for a more just world by teaching behaviors that reflect critical thought and responsible action on moral and ethical issues. We have over 140 different academic programs. We are truly a liberal arts school, and students receive a well-rounded education taught by professors, never TAs. We have about 4,400 undergraduate students and another 4,400 graduate and professional students. Our student to faculty ratio is 11:1, and our average class size is 24 students. 80% of our students come from out of state, and we have students from all 50 states as well as 50 different countries at Creighton. Our undergraduate programs in the College of Arts and Sciences, the Heider College of Business, and the College of Nursing, which is a direct entry program. We have our own dental school, law school, medical school, occupational therapy, pharmacy, physical therapy, physician's assistant, doctor of nursing practitioner, and a graduate school, and all give preference to our own undergraduate students. This is a pretty big deal. For example, the acceptance rate from our undergrad into our medical school is around 50%. And if students are applying from outside of Creighton undergrad, the acceptance rate goes down to 6%. We had 157 students apply to medical school last year, and this is actually more than Princeton, MIT, and Georgetown. The acceptance rate for our dental school is typically around 80% for our undergrads, and again, that's down to 6% for students coming from outside of Creighton. We have no impacted majors, meaning you will graduate in 4 years, and nursing students are the only students to officially declare a major when they apply, whereas arts and sciences and business students declare a major they have until the end of the sophomore year to do that. We've developed an interprofessional approach to education, so we offer a team approach to healthcare education specifically. We want our students to have experience learning as a part of a healthcare team. And we're actually building a second healthcare campus in Phoenix, Arizona, and when this is complete in 2021, we'll actually be the largest Catholic healthcare education provider in the country. Creighton was voted one of the top schools in the country for undergraduate research opportunities. We want our undergrads to come in and start engaging in research freshman year if they are ready. Our Heider College of Business is well connected to the Omaha community. All of our business professors have practical experience, and we have 6 chartered financial analysts on faculty, which is more than any other business school in the world. We offer 2 practicums on campus, the IJ Apple Store practicum, which is very unique to our campus. It is the only student-run Apple store in the country. And we also have an investment practicum where students invest $6.5 million of our school's endowment through 9 Bloomberg terminals set up live to the New York Stock Exchange. Omaha was voted the #1 city for paid internships in the country. There are more internships than we have students to fill them. Omaha is also home to 4 Fortune 500 companies with another 50 to 60 with operations there as well. We've also been voted the #1 city for new college graduates because it's a fun place to live and there are many job opportunities and the cost of living is low. We have over 250 different clubs and organizations, including sorority and fraternity life, club and intramural sports, and many leadership opportunities as well. Students are required to live on campus for the first 2 years, and we have a very vibrant residential campus with a national student body. Our students are actively engaged in service. We also have our own retreat center about 20 miles from campus. We are Division I athletics, part of the Big East Conference. We typically get over 18,000 fans at every men's home basketball game. We're also the host of the College World Series, and we, of course, have club and intramural sports. Students do get into all of our home athletic events for free with their student ID. We offer many different study abroad opportunities, including our Global Scholars Program, where students spend 2 semesters away and 2 summers away if they have an interest. And we are very proud of our student outcomes. We have a 99% success rate for the College of Arts and Sciences and the Heider College of Business, and 100% for the School of Nursing. You can apply through the Common App or the Creighton application. We went test optional last year. We encourage you to apply even if you haven't had the opportunity to take a test. Students without a test are still very competitive for admission and merit scholarship. Here you can see the deadlines we work on. Our early action deadline is November 1st, so that's the one that is coming up here really quickly. If we have a complete application by November 1st, then you will hear back from us by December 15th, and you'll also get your scholarship information in your acceptance letter as well. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about Creighton. We are open for on-campus visitors, and you just need to be sure that you register before visiting campus for the safety of our community. Thanks so much.
Amanda, thank you very much. Again, I will remind everyone, use the Q&A button to ask questions of any of our presenters this evening. And if it is specific to one school, name the school in your question so that they know it's for them. Up next, we'll hear from Trinidad State Junior College.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for your time and letting us be here this evening. I'm just going to go ahead and get our presentation up and ready to go. We're here presenting to you tonight about Trinidad State Junior College. So I'd like to let it be known and make you aware that our college is the first junior college in the state of Colorado, founded in 1925. Leads us to our next question. Where is Trinidad State Junior College? As you can see, the state of Colorado is a big square, beautiful place. But as
Michael, I'm going to, sorry to
Yes, sir.
interrupt. Your screen is not sharing. I'm not seeing it.
Okay, let me give me just a second here. It looks as if
Sure.
our internet is hiccuping here, Russ. I'm sorry to make everybody wait. Let's try this now. Are we sharing the screen now?
Yes. So it looks like I see a Prezi login screen.
There we go. Does that start better?
That's better. There it is.
Okay. There we go. Sorry for the glitch and hiccup.
No
But here
worries.
we go. A lot of people ask us, where is Trinidad State located? We are located in southern Colorado. We're about 4 hours west of Garden City, Kansas. As you can see, we have 2 campuses, one in Alamosa, Colorado, and another in Trinidad, Colorado. Some quick factoids about Trinidad State Junior College. We do offer small class sizes. The current ratio is 13 students to 1 professor. Our tuition is at least 40% less than area four-year schools. We offer hands-on learning. You can complete some programs at our institution in as little as 4 months. We're a guaranteed transfer program to Colorado four-year colleges and universities. I'm not going to take the time to read all of these out, but these are some of the different types of fields and career pathways that people can pursue at Trinidad State Junior College. But I do want to highlight the quality and the strength of our nursing program. Trinidad State is one of the top 3 nursing schools in the state of Colorado. That is to include private schools and four-year universities. We do offer a 4-year BSN program. We are top 3 in the state of Colorado. What separates 1 to 3 is less than 1.5% of a percentage point. So you are getting a great school if you're looking to pursue nursing. Here are some other different types of programs that we have to offer at Trinidad State, but I do want to highlight a super unique program that we do have to offer, and that is our gunsmithing program. We offer the first gunsmithing program in the United States. We are hands down the best one in the United States. It was started by P.O. Ackley. Since that time, our program has developed into a 2-year gunsmithing degree program that is designed to train individuals with the basic machining operations, gun repair, and stock making. A wide variety of specialized courses such as checkering, revolver smithing, competitive rifles, shotgunning, and pistol smithing. We offer those as well. After your 2-year degree, there is the option of a 3rd year, which is the NRA Institute, but that is solely up to the person that wants to pursue that. I like to tell individuals that Trinidad State will not teach you how to shoot a rifle 1,000 yards, but we can teach you definitely how to make one. We do participate in the NJCAA Division I field. These are the different type of sports that you can pursue. We do compete in the Region 9. We have a great baseball team. We have men's and women's basketball, cross country, track and field, a men's and women's soccer program. We do offer softball and volleyball. It can be argued that Trinidad State, Alamosa, where our auxiliary campus is, where our cross-country team is, there's arguably no better place to run cross-country in the nation than Alamosa, Colorado in the San Luis Valley. Tuition and fees for Trinidad State. Out-of-state students, all in per year, you're coming in at about $15,809 with a 19-meal meal plan at Trinidad State. Like the other gentleman did state, bring a TV, bring some clothes, you're good to go at Trinidad State. These are the types of financial aid that Trinidad State does have to offer individuals. We do offer federal loans, grants. We have a strong work-study program. We offer great institutional scholarships, and those are based solely on your high school GPA. We offer the College Opportunity Fund, and here is our FAFSA code. And the FAFSA did just open up last week, so get those FAFSAs in. These are the different scholarships that we have to offer for students that have earned a 3.5 to a 4.0 GPA. We do offer a 6-credit-hour scholarship for those students. They are also available for students that do come under that 3.5 GPA threshold. If your SAT score, that's one that will get you in as well too and qualify you, of an 1130 or higher. Our merit scholarship are for those students that are a 3.0 to a 3.49. But if you're below that 3.0 threshold, we will make an exception for those students that have an SAT score between a 980 and an 1120. How to apply to Trinidad State? Visit our webpage, trinidadstate.edu/apply. It is a free application. We will need a copy of your high school transcripts or a GED equivalency. It is free. A placement test, you will have to take that. It is our AccuPlacer, pretty common, or in the instance that you're going into a certain program and you have a certain SAT or ACT score, at times that will exempt you from taking an AccuPlacer. And if you are staying in our dorms, we are going to need a copy of your immunization records. If you had any questions, comments, My name is Mike. I can be reached here at this email, michael.cisneros@trinidadState.edu. That's a way to get a hold of me and reach me. And my colleague, Courtney V. Hill, if you have questions about pursuing athletics, so on and so forth, she's a good person to reach out to, and she can be reached using the contact information below. I just wanted to take a minute to thank each and every one of you for being present and taking time to learn a little bit about Trinidad State Junior College. I would like to extend an open invitation to you to please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to speak to you about what makes Trinidad great and special in the state of Colorado. Thank you for your time. Everybody stay healthy and have a great evening.
Thank you, Mike. And I'm going to leave your screen up for a few seconds so people can make sure they get that contact info, since it's got a little bit of info there. I'm also going to use that as an opportunity to ask our reps to come back on camera and microphone, to turn their cameras and microphones on, because we have a few extra minutes here. So I want to just do a quick round robin in the order that you presented, just to ask you one question about your school. So I'll go ahead and share the screen to remind people of the order that we presented. We're in session B3. So Nebraska Wesleyan, Peru State, Southeast Community College, Creighton University, and Trinidad State Junior College. And the question I have is a very simple one. What is your favorite school or campus tradition? So what's your favorite thing about your campus or school, or the tradition they have there that probably makes your campus unique, but your favorite one? We'll start with Matt from Nebraska Wesleyan.
Yeah, so on our campus, we have 2 arches, one on each side, and those are the original arches from the late 1800s. And when the incoming class moves onto campus, they'll all get together and walk through one of the arches to enter campus. That kind of starts their journey at Nebraska Wesleyan. And then after their 4 years, when they graduate, they will do a whole nother get together and exit in their caps and gowns, the arches on the other side, saying that they've completed their time in Nebraska Wesleyan. They're leaving campus and going on to the next chapter of their journey. So it's really fun to see everybody get together and start their journey and also end their journey, because we do get to know our students really well, and it's a really happy time for our institution.
Fantastic. Peru State.
All right, so I am broadcasting to you folks live from a place called Gutbuster. So I live on Gutbuster, unfortunately, because I have to walk up and down it every day. But it's about a block north of the Peru State College campus. And every year we have a running of Nebraska's Toughest Mile. It starts in downtown Peru and it goes up this hill, which is the second one of 3 that you run. But this is, of course, the most terrifying hill because it's really, really, really steep. It's kind of a fun tradition that we do every year to kind of fundraise for our men's and women's cross country programs.
Sounds like it has a fitting name too. So
here it is.
That adds to it. About Southeast Community College.
Although Southeast has 3 different campuses and they have their own traditions amongst each one, all of the students get together before graduation, and the college rents out Pinnacle Bank Arena, which concerts and the most wonderful things happen in the downtown Haymarket, and everyone gets to graduate like rock stars in a beautiful facility downtown. So like I said, different per campus, but everyone gets together at the end to graduate and celebrate their victory.
Awesome. How about Creighton University?
Yeah, it's a great question. Thanks for asking it. So as you heard me say, Creighton is very much a national university. And fun fact, we actually have more students on our campus from the state of Hawaii than we do the state of Kansas. So that adds a lot of character to our campus. We actually have a yearly luau in March every year. And we have Huio Hawaii, which is our Hawaiian club. And you do not have to be of Hawaiian descent to join it. So they put on a luau. Actually, quite a few parents from Hawaii will fly into Omaha for that, and they cook. They make the pig and everything, and so it is very much like a very fun Hawaiian luau in Omaha in March. So that's a fun tradition we have every year.
Well, now I'm going to be thinking about a luau since it's getting close to dinner time. Mike from Trinidad State Junior College, we can wrap up this question with you.
Some of our most favorite traditions here, like the gentleman stated before, we do have 2 campuses. I do work in the campus in Alamosa, but in this part of the state where we're at in Colorado, our close proximity to the state of New Mexico, I'd like to share with students that we're a lot more like the people from the state of New Mexico than those from Colorado. A great tradition that I appreciate very much so is our graduation on the Trinidad campus in our pit area. It is one of the most happy, but yet one of the most sad times for me personally, because a lot of these students we recruited, we saw them grow, we saw them getting ready to move on, and then you just take into perspective what short time you have with these students, and the fact that we're such a small institution that we get to know these students almost like on a family level. So to see them come in a little bit apprehensive, but to see them blossom and grow and to become successful adults, that's one of the most proud moments that I have at Trinidad State. And one of the most common questions that a person's going to hear in this part of the state, you said it's almost dinner time, people are getting hungry. Green chilies, those from New Mexico, are very popular. So a question that you learn to answer real quick here in the state of Colorado, red or green? Okay, if you like both, I'm going to give you a little local tidbit of advice. If you like both, you order it what they call Christmas style, which is red and green. So my question to each of you tonight to ponder is, red or green or Christmas? And we'll leave it there.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all of our reps for not only sharing a little bit about campus traditions and your favorite ones, but also just taking the time to present tonight and giving us all this great information. We also want to thank the attendees for joining us for this session. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted. Be sure to sign up for additional ones where you signed up for this one. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings, again, at the same place that you signed up for this session. I want to again thank you to all of the representatives for presenting tonight, and I want to wish you all a great rest of your evening.